Stop being a chameleon. You know that feeling when you're in a social gathering and someone expresses an opinion you secretly disagree with, but you find yourself smiling and nodding along, desperately hoping the topic will change? That's part of a phenomenon known as the spiral of silence. First coined by political scientist Elizabeth Noel Newman, this concept is rooted in our innate fear of social isolation. God made us for community, and we're naturally afraid of anything that might cause us to be excluded. Because of this, we are constantly looking for social cues that indicate what the prevailing opinion is. This is why small talk can be so painful. No one wants to risk saying anything that might lead to rejection, so we keep the conversation as shallow and non-specific as possible. When the majority opinion is apparent, those who hold a different view often choose to stay silent to avoid exclusion. This silence amplifies the majority opinion, making it seem more dominant than it actually is. As a result, it becomes increasingly difficult for anyone with a dissenting view to speak up. This creates a spiral where the majority's voice grows stronger and more confident, while minority voices fade into the background, to the point where expressing even the slightest disagreement can lead to social harm or cancellation. But here's the dangerous and powerful truth about the spiral of silence. We are terrible at determining what the majority believes in a given social gathering. Without any clear indicators, we bring assumptions shaped by the media and popular entertainment into every social interaction and tend to assume most folks we talk to are progressive. A few loud, confident voices in the minority can reinforce this assumption and make it seem like their position is the more popular. This is how radical ideology has spread so rapidly in recent years. No one wants to be the one person in the office who refuses to use preferred pronouns or question the value of DEI initiatives. In our natural desire to avoid social isolation, we have unwittingly allowed a small but aggressive minority to wreak havoc in our nation. Christians can be just as guilty of this. Those of us schooled in relational evangelism don't want to introduce any barriers to the gospel, so we remain quiet when controversial topics come up, hoping our disagreement goes undiscovered and we can continue to build relationships with unbelievers. This is usually just a clever disguise for our own fear of social isolation. The Bible calls this the fear of man. Hiding what we think doesn't build relationships. It turns us into chameleons that change colors depending on the company we keep. It's time to break free from the spiral of silence. Stop being a chameleon. It may seem like avoiding disagreement is the best way to build relationships, but in reality, hiding what we believe robs us of the ability to form genuine connections. Think about it. The most charismatic and likable people you know aren't afraid to tell you what they think. That's why you like them. If you never let anyone know who you are and what you believe, you're never going to develop the kind of deep relationships that lead to gospel conversations. As Christians, we should reject the fear of man that has trapped us in the spiral of silence. We should instead embrace our role as fearless ambassadors for Christ. Saying what you believe with kindness and clarity is the most simple and concrete thing you can personally do to change culture. By acting as if our beliefs are the majority beliefs, we can put the spiral of silence to work for us and move the Overton window of acceptable discourse. This is what it means to assume the middle. Armed with the confidence that our beliefs are true, we should treat them as if they were obvious to everyone. Others waiting for social cues will either be emboldened to agree or stay silent to avoid exclusion. Here's the thing you'll discover. You are not alone in the spiral of silence. When you muster the courage to share what you really think, others trapped in the spiral themselves will look at you and say, "What? You too? I thought I was the only one." And as C.S. Lewis so beautifully put it, that's the moment friendship is born. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Please share it with a friend and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay updated with future content. Until next time, remember to speak the truth with kindness and clarity. Take care.